Morning, L.F.C fans. My first ever YouTube conversation with L.F.C. I am here in the lovely Tunisia, hotel called Royal Kens. The day after our great victory yesterday against IPSWICH. First win for our new manager, Arne. Fantastic result. I just really want to have a conversation with you and let you know my thoughts about the game yesterday and about the season. So here we go. So really fantastic result yesterday. First half, gosh, we can do things, eh? I had vibes of some of the games we've had with Jurgen Klopp, with the sort of lower table teams where we sort of didn't really turn up, weren't our real identity selves, and didn't get the result. So obviously Ipswich, it's always difficult. Newly promoted team, being up back to back, a young, vibrant manager who sort of wants to, really stamp his mark in a tight ground, against a giant like L.F.C. And the first half was exactly that. You saw them really sort of high pressing against us, pushing their defenders up the halfway line and really pushing against our back four. And making it difficult for us to play through the lines, as we've been doing through the pre-season. We've been breaking through the lines and having that more progressive, fast play, one-touch football. We couldn't do that in the first half. At times, we were making silly mistakes. There's one with Virgil, silly pass, nearly getting him in on goal, and Kwanzaa actually, doing a good job and blocking that. So really, kind of like didn't get our foothold into the match, didn't really sort of stamp our authority into the game, and we gave them hope. And it was really concerning. A few WhatsApp conversations and WhatsApp groups I'm in, talking about really, when we're going to turn up, and is this our usual performance against sort of lower table teams. Salah, if I looked at the first half, Salah was doing all right. Salah was doing good. Luis Diaz, I like Luis Diaz. I'm a big fan of Luis Diaz, and I see I understand the comments at the moment when people got about him in terms of sometimes he flatters to deceive. Great skills, but then the end product's not there, not consistent, and that's something that he's going to have to get to grips with. He's 27 now, and at times, he does some fantastic things on the ball, but that end product's got to happen. It's got to happen, and it's got to happen this season if he's staying with us. With all that talk about Andy Gordon coming and potentially going to Barcelona and stuff like that, I hope his head's with staying with L.F.C. If it's not, obviously we need to sell him. But if he's going to stay with us, he needs to get that end product in, because he's potentially a great player for us. Then obviously we saw in sort of Gravenberch sort of getting used to that number 6 role. I like Gravenberch. I think he's a highly technical player. Ex-Ajax player. Really good skills on the ball. Just now got to be more confident. Feeling that he's found a home, because obviously his move to Bayern didn't go great. He's now at L.F.C, and he needs to feel more confident he's got a home. And hopefully, with Schlopp as a manager, he'll feel that someone's actually got his best interest at heart, and they're going to put him front line to play. I mean, obviously we know he's not on the 6 that we want. We know we wanted Zubi. Well, we ain't got Zubi, so we got Gravenberch. And I'll tell you what, I think more in the second half we saw what Gravenberch can do. So obviously first half, not much to talk about really. They had more chances than we did. We had 0 chances, they had 5. So let's park that one and put it royal in a bin. Second half, clearly Schlopp had a word. And you know what? I love Jurgen, guys. But I tell you what, we've got a manager at the moment who is going to put the cats amongst the pigeons and say what needs to be said. And I thought Kwanzaa was injured. I really did. I thought Kwanzaa was injured. I thought, oh shit, we're going to have to get another centre back, because obviously Sepp's not going to potentially stay with us, and L.C. Phillips is not going to stay with us. But no, the manager felt he didn't win enough of the duels, and obviously statistics shows he didn't, and he wanted to change it. And he brought Konate on, and fair play. And that changed the second half for us, because then we were more aggressive, we won the ball quicker, and then we were able to pass the ball on a half turn to the midfielders, who were then able to unlock the opposition. And then we saw also McAllister coming a bit more into his own, and Szoboszlai finally, gosh, I've criticised him many times for sort of his passing, but we saw what he can do, because his passing then through the lines, and his passing to Salah, and one great pass he did to Diaz, fantastic, was there for all to see, and his energy is there for all to see. So we've got a player in Szoboszlai who, once he actually cracks it and gets himself back to the real form that he can be, we can soon see a player that will make a difference for us, and hopefully we'll see that. I mean, it's obviously Harvey Elliott, we've got up there in Jones, that's, again, manager makes the hard calls, didn't play them, didn't put them on, but Zobby did well. McAllister started doing well. Grav was just breaking through the lines with the ball, the passes, really real quality. I mean, look at that guy. He sees so much time on the ball, because he creates it. He has that confidence. He scans the pitch, and his touch is lovely, and it's really, really well. And then obviously we saw Diaz again piercing through. There's one chance, Diaz cut in, blazed over. But then we started seeing that Diaz being also be creative, and then we saw King Salah do what he does best. Great pass for Trent through to Salah, breaking through the ball through the inner part of the pitch for Salah. Salah cuts in, plays that ball lovely, and Jota, who just missed 90 seconds before that, missed the header, which we expect Jota the Slaughter to finish. Finished, and it was like, yes, get in there. Hotel room, I was fucking shouting, swearing my heads off. But you know what? At last, we got the goal. We started looking more like ourselves, and not long after, we got Salah through, and Salah scored the second goal. And we should have, in theory, got about 5 goals that game, guys. I mean, to honestly, but it's really, really good just to see sort of now a bit more identity for what Slot's trying to do. We know that slower at the back, then quicken tempo through midfield to strike. Sometimes only 2 or 3 passes is what we're seeing in terms of connectivity. But we have got the quality, guys. The problem we got is the in-depth. In-depth, we know it's concern, but we have got the quality. Now, obviously, Robbo, bit of concern, and that's a conversation that needs to be had if we're, going to be ruthless. Robbo's not looking the part at the moment. Obviously, injuries have happened. He's probably not fully fit, but he's starting to push to the age, and we're gonna have to have a conversation as to what happens. Tsimikas came on, and to answer you, Tsimikas, fair shout to start the game. He has had pre-season. He's done really well in pre-season, so really he could have been a player that we should have been starting with, but we didn't. But you know what? He did well in terms of when he came on, connecting really well, and we've got to have a conversation about our left back. We've got to have a conversation about our left back, because we can't have no weaknesses in this team if we're gonna to push for the league and for other trophies. Bradley, I like Bradley. I do like Bradley. It's a pity he's behind Trent, but you know what? It works well if Trent's playing, and then Bradley comes on after maybe 70, 80 minutes. He gets his game time as well. He's still progressing, he's still learning. And then when we have other games, maybe Trent can be off, rested, and Bradley play. We know Bradley is an able deputy. Bradley will not let us down. No way. So, happy with that totally. Happy with Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa will learn. Kwanzaa is only going to improve. Get to the gym, mate. Do some more weights. Be a little bit more aggressive as well, but you're going to keep pushing Konate, because Kwanzaa is a lot more better technically than Konate, but Konate is more rock steady Eddie and physically, dominant player. So, horses for courses and games. McAllister did well. We like McAllister. Like I said about Sobbies, did well, and Gravenberch did well. And we've got people like Elliott, and we've also got people like Jones to potentially come in, and potentially there's other signings. And we've also got Endo. Obviously, the pit about Gomez, we know Gomez potentially is going to be leaving the club. He's a loyal servant, and it's right we did right by him. And he's only 27. Let him enjoy the rest of his years of playing. You know what I mean? We can't be seeing him sitting on the bench. He's such a utility player. Let him enjoy. Let him get a good money fee for him, and then let's do something with the money. But we'll always respect and love him, because he's done right by the club, and he's been able servant for us. The only problem he's had is the injuries. That's curtailed his career a little bit. But guys, really great win. 2-0, should have got more goals, but good start, and it's good start to see what it's like on the slop, and it's good to see that potentially we're just building on the Jurgen Klopp legacy. We're building on the Jurgen legacy, and that's what we're doing. Foundation's been built, and now we're building on top of the foundations. So it's my first post. I hope to do a lot more. It's sort of I want to have a lot more conversations with people about L.F.C. So please look forward to my post. If you do like, please please subscribe, like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll have some comments.